it's motivation. We find it difficult. Sales is a tough job. You're working a grind every day. You're hearing a lot of no's every day. We really help with that motivation factor, but we do see a lot of impact on just retention, process building, all the things that plague sales managers too. So we really help them to create like a very cohesive team, a strong environment, to keep their sales team happy, motivated, selling, but sticking around too.
Welcome to Business Ninjas, brought to you by WriteForMe, where you'll hear from business leaders who are out there growing their business and slaying it every day. Learn from the masters. Let's get started.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Business Ninjas. I'm here today with Olga Karanikos, Vice President of Marketing at SalesScreen. Hi, Olga. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, Andrew?
I am good, thank you. Thanks for spending a moment with us here on Business Ninjas. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and about SalesScreen.
Sure. So I am based in Boston. I started at SalesScreen just over a year ago now. So both feel new and quite seasoned. It's been a great year. I moved into SalesScreen recently from switching over from the higher education industry. So it's been great just really getting to know the SaaS world.
Excellent. So please tell us, what does SalesScreen do?
So SalesScreen is a gamification platform, and we're really focused on gamification for sales teams. So at the heart of it, we tap into psychological drivers that help to motivate and engage sellers, and that just automatically gets them improving their performance and achieving their goals.
Motivates them beyond the almighty commission check?
A lot of them will say it actually motivates them more so than that bonus, because they get daily, weekly gratifications versus kind of waiting for that end of quarter, end of year payoff.
Well, that's interesting. And what industries are we talking about? What verticals does SalesScreen service?
So we have a lot under our belt right now, but where we see things really kicking off this year is in the spaces where it's not super impacted by the financial downturn. So insurance, some mortgage companies, call centers, solar. So a lot of those sort of big, high volume companies, but we have a lot of customers across the board in different industries like software, telcos. It really runs the gamut.
Interesting. And what's the origin story of SalesScreen? When did SalesScreen start?
SalesScreen started in 2010, and it was actually created by 3 college students. And our ultimate founder kind of pivoted through a couple of different iterations until really landed on SalesScreen as we know it today, back in 2014. So we've been around for a while. It's a company that was founded in Norway, and we're still headquartered in Oslo, and really just moved into an expansion in the US probably in the last 4 or 5 years.
Oh, okay. So predominantly in Europe for its first, let's say half of its existence?
Yeah. So we kind of have really done really well in our European expansion and just decided to move across that body of water and start, expanding over to North America.
Excellent. Let's back up a step. Tell me about your background in marketing. How did you end up at SalesScreen?
Yeah, so I actually started my career in international education and worked in admissions, moved into sales, realized that I really didn't like sales. And so the next best thing was marketing. I really love being on this side of the revenue process and working on digging into the psychology behind buyers. What is it that people love about a product? How do we frame things? How do we create demand? So I really like this side of the process versus sort of negotiating and trying to work with people. My people are sales folks, and I love working with them.
Excellent. All right. And you mentioned SaaS. So this is a SaaS model company. Tell me a little bit about how that works.
Yeah, so it's an annual subscription. So we work with our customers, kind of working year over year. And it's really fluid in that we integrate with their existing tech stack, help them visualize their data, get everything pumping into our system. And then, from there, it's a platform that they work off of every day.
Excellent. And what are some of the biggest challenges or problems you're solving for your clients?
It really depends on the industry. A basic level, it's motivation. We find it difficult. Sales is a tough job. You're working a grind every day. You're hearing a lot of noise. You're hearing a lot of no's every day.
It can be the same thing, right?
Yeah, a lot of noise, a lot of no's. So we really help with that motivation factor, but we do see a lot of impact on just retention, process building, all the things that plague sales managers too. So we really help them to create like a very cohesive team, a strong environment, to keep their sales team happy, motivated, selling, but sticking around too.
Excellent. And what makes you guys stand out from your competition? I assume there are others in the gamification space.
Yeah, I would say for us, gamification is more than just competitions or leaderboards, which a lot of people might assume. We really look at things holistically and have a platform that helps with visualizing data. You, of course, have your competitions and your leaderboards and dashboards, but we have a very robust celebration system, a reward shop that's all customizable, and we also have a coaching element that helps managers. So it really can be a one-stop shop for these sales managers that have a lot to deal with on a daily basis, are working to create that motivated team. Our platform encapsulates all of that. And I would say, for those customers, the key thing that people rave all the time about with SalesScreen is our customer success. They're amazing, and they will drop everything to help every customer and ensure that they've got best practices, that everything's working perfectly. If you ever look at our G2 reviews, it's always about customer success, and we're super proud of that.
Excellent. Any particular size of company that works best with you?
We're pretty based in that sort of mid-market enterprise, early enterprise size. So companies of about 1,000 plus are great. We do have some smaller customers for sure. I think our sweet spot is probably around that higher mid-market, early enterprise level.
Excellent. Let's switch gears for a second. Tell me about content marketing and what role content has played in the growth of SalesScreen.
I would say it's huge. We've spent the last year really working on shifting towards true demand gen and focused on creating conversations and putting content out that tells people more about not only gamification, but the benefits of it. We talk about our space, really talk about, managing sales, performance management, motivation, all that kind of stuff. So for us, content marketing is pivotal. We want to get out as much intel as we can and really share the knowledge that we have, so that people trust our brand. It's not just about the tech.
No, there's just too many options these days. People have to know why they should be doing business with you. It's the EAT framework that Google talks about so much: expertise, authority, and trust. And you got to get your story out there. People want to know who, we have to meet this way in 2D. You can't get a sense of a person and rub palms like the old days. People need to know why they should do business with you.
Yeah, absolutely. People buy from people.
Every company is still populated by humans, right? I know people like to look at spreadsheets and numbers, but those are all human beings you're affecting at the end of the day. And you got to remember that. And if your company keeps that as a priority, then it's win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. What's something you would like to be celebrating personally and professionally 1 year from now?
I would say, we are on this journey to really shift towards to demand generation. And one of the quick wins we've had over the past year is just increasing the revenue that marketing brought in. Mm-hmm. So I would love to see a year from now that, 50% of the revenue this company brings in is from marketing, and we're continuing to grow that percentage. So for a marketer, that's the dream. I want to show that we're not a cost center. We are a business driver, and that the work we do in conjunction with our sales team for sure is really ultimately driving quality business, not just leads.
Excellent. And personally, what would you like to be celebrating?
Gosh, that'll be 2 years at this company. I would say I would love to have a larger team, see that growing, and that I have a better work-life balance.
I'm going to say the fact that your personal answer had something to do with having a larger team at work means that line of the work-life balance is a little blurry at the moment.
Exactly. Yeah, but that's, the passion you have when you work for a startup it creates that blurred line, and it's something that I love, but it's always a goal to kind of make sure that you have a better balance.
Hey, if you love what you're doing and they appreciate you and everything's moving forward, then that's why you have that smile on your face, and that's why you answered the way you did. And
Yeah,
that's not a
absolutely.
bad thing.
It's good to work for a company that's focused on motivating and recognizing hard work. We do a lot of that internally. So working hard is not an issue for us. We're all in it together.
Well, it would be a shame if you helped empower other companies to do that, but weren't doing that in-house, right? So
Yeah.
I'm glad to know you guys follow your own prescription, as it were.
Yeah.
Olga Karanikos, Vice President of Marketing at SalesScreen. Lovely to chat with you today. Please tell everyone what your URL is, how people can find SalesScreen, and what social media channels you're using these days.
Sure. You can find us at salescreen.com, nice and easy. We're predominantly on LinkedIn at the moment and really active there. So certainly find us there. You can find me there as well and the rest of my team. But we are, looking forward to hearing from anybody who's interested.
Excellent. I wish you and your team all the best, because the better you do, the more other people can thrive and do well and pay that forward. So I appreciate what you do, and all the best to you and SalesScreen.
Thank you for having me.